Ask the Messengers, the program that deals with substance abuse, real people telling real stories. Hosted by Pastor Lester Lewis, co-host Charlize Wilkerson and Leroy Carey. Where there is addiction, there is a chance for recovery. We're trying to help save lives on Ask the Messengers.
September is Recovery Month. We're right here on Belle Isle, where just last year, thousands were marching around Belle Isle celebrating recovery. Oh, what a difference a year makes. Today on Ask the Messengers TV show, we reflect on recovery in the midst of a pandemic. I'm an addict. My name is LaShawn. My reflection from last year to right now is wow, breathtaking. It's very overwhelming right now as we did this memorial. I remember last year we were here celebrating recovery, doing the recovery march because September is Recovery Month. So many of my friends are out here, and it was like driving through here was like breathtaking, overwhelming, and unbelievable. So many people so fast. I'm so grateful, but yet so heartbroken that we had to lose so many good people that helped me and raised me in this process, in this recovery process, in life period. Just riding through the park, seeing people that passed away that you know and didn't even know they was gone till you got here. You know, it was just unbelievable. It's funny how life can go from one extreme to another. You know, I'm just grateful. My heart go out to all the people, families that we lost. I keep you in my prayers. Also, those people were like family to me, so keep me in your prayers.
Hello, I'm Charlize. I'm here from last year thinking about September Recovery Month, when this island and park was filled with hundreds and hundreds of people celebrating recovery, face painting, food, games, and just so happy. And then a year later, we're down here yet with hundreds of people who have lost their lives due to this COVID-19, and it's so heartbreaking. It's so, my heart is heavy and I'm filled right now to see people, and it's different when you see their face. How about that? You can hear about it on the news, but to see their face and to see them staring at you in life full, and just to get wiped out, never knowing about the future. So I'm just really emotional right now, and I want to say Ask the Messenger cares about your families and your loss, and we send our condolences.
Hello, hi, my name is Derek, and I'm a grateful recovering addict. My reflection from last year until this moment is remembering it was just 1 year ago that Ask the Messengers was out here at Belle Isle for the 19th annual Recovery March. And here we are a year later, and the island now is lined with photos of those that have fell victim to COVID-19. Yes, truly, what a difference a year can make. You know, this pandemic has devastated us all. You know, our hearts and prayers truly go out to the families that has been affected by this pandemic. From us to you, you're definitely in our prayers. Words cannot express the hurt and the pain and the frustration that this pandemic has brought upon us at this time. Truly in the recovery community, which was already, dealing with some issues that could be life-threatening. Now we have to deal with something like this. So truly we ask that God would give us peace that surpasses all understanding. Sweet communion of this Holy Spirit will rest, rule, and abide with each and every family on today.
Our love and condolences go to everyone who's lost someone, and our prayers go to everyone that's going through this.
More than 1,500 Detroiters are now gone.
My family has lost my sister, Brianna Davis. She was 19 years old. She lost her battle to coronavirus on May 7th.
Fathers and mothers, daughters and sons, brothers and sisters who had dreams and plans and a story.
Our grandmother was in the hospital alone. For her to be alone, to pass away alone, I think that hurt us the most.
It's amazing how people can come together by spending time apart. Quest Diagnostics thanks you for doing your part to stop the spread of the coronavirus through social distancing and proper hygiene. At Quest, we're doing our part by establishing COVID-19 lab testing capabilities across the country to better serve our communities and healthcare providers. If you suspect you had COVID-19, talk to a healthcare provider. And let's keep doing our part so we can all come back together stronger than ever.
Stay tuned for more of Ask the Messengers.
Underage drinking is responsible for more than 4,300 deaths of youth annually. DWIHN, along with its provider partners, strive to educate young people on the deadly dangers of alcohol use and abuse. We teach youth about the dangers of drinking, especially when driving. If you are looking for resources to share with your loved one, give the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network a call, 24/7, 800-241-4949. Here to talk, here to help. More than 2.5 million Americans are addicted to opioids. The addiction is sometimes developed through the improper use of prescription painkillers. Using prescribed medication in ways or amounts not intended by a doctor is very dangerous. So it's important that unused prescriptions are properly disposed of. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, or for more information about prevention, treatment, and recovery services, or how to properly dispose of medication, contact the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network, 24/7, 800-241-4949. Here to talk, here to help.
If you or someone you know is battling with any type of cancer, you need to read the book by Laverne Moore Slaughter, God Encounters Are Real. In her book, she tells how through prayer and faith, God healed her and set her free from stomach cancer. For more information and to get your copy, visit www.encountersarereal.net.
Ready to take that first step out of addiction into recovery? Call Safe Step today, 734-641-1141.
I made that phone call and begged for help. It was the best thing I ever did.
With Safe Step Communities, you never have to walk alone. Safe Step Communities has several programs just right for you.
And what was your drug of choice?
Cocaine and alcohol.
And how old were you when you first picked up?
I was about 22.
How did you get into drugs?
I actually grew up in active addiction home. My mom was a heroin addict and a prostitute. 1 through 10, I seen a lot of bad things and traumatized by a lot of bad situations. But I was adopted by a great godly family and pulled out of addiction. And when I got to my teens, I chose to smoke weed, and everything else led to that.
Thank you very much. And how did your using affect your relationship with your family?
It cut off a lot of good people that were in my life. My mom and dad had to cut me off because they could not enable me no more. A lot of bridges were burnt, and a lot of trust was lost.
When did you hit your bottom, when you got to the point where you said, look, enough is enough, I'm done?
I actually had a lot of bottoms. You know, I was in and out of the program for a lot of time, but I never jumped in full force. I chose to, go when I wanted to go, which never worked.
Okay, I want you to look in that camera and give somebody a hope shot that's maybe thinking about using for the very first time, don't know what road they about to go down.
Don't do it, and just the sadness and sorrow that leads with using is just horrible. Someone that have always told me actions are real, words are weak, everything else is obsolete.
And what's your clean date?
My clean date now is August 28th, 2019.
Christian, what was your drug of choice?
Heroin and crack.
How long were you using heroin?
8 years.
8 years. How did you get started?
Actually, I went into treatment for alcohol and cocaine, and I came out using heroin.
Wow, how was that?
Awful. It took a lot of things away from me. It did a lot of damage with me and my family and my children. But there are ways to recover. There's resources out there.
Okay, so you say you went in treatment for alcohol.
And I met a boy. We were gonna fall in love, and yes, and at that time, it was just becoming like an epidemic, and I wanted to try it. It seemed appealing to me. Everybody was doing it, and
so what happened when you first tried it?
I was love at first sight. I was hooked. The first time I tried it, I was hooked.
Okay.
Yep.
And how long did you stay out there for? 8 years?
8 years.
And what was your bottom?
My bottom is probably when I lost rights to my youngest son. Yeah, he's with his father, so I haven't seen him in almost a year. But that's not permanent, As long as I keep doing the next right thing.
That's right.
God's got me.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're going to have him back.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. How did you hide your drug using from your family?
I never really tried to hide it. Both my parents are alcoholics and addicts, so it was never really an issue as far as me trying to keep it a secret from them.
Okay.
And from a very young age, I've always, no matter what I do, alcohol, cocaine, I do it to the fullest.
How did it affect your relationship with your family?
It definitely put strains on them. I put them through a lot of things. I stole a lot of money from my family, from my grandmother, I had to work through that guilt and shame and get past that.
So how is your relationship with them today? Or do you have support?
I do have support. It is getting better, but I have to set certain boundaries with my family because they still, they drink and they smoke weed, and that's okay for them. You know what I mean? But for me, it doesn't work like that. I don't just, smoke a joint or take a drink of a beer, and for them, they can do that. So I have to set healthy boundaries, but I do have support from them.
So how is it going out here this afternoon with you at the Recovery Walk?
It's so amazing. There's so many resources out here. Recovery is possible no matter what you're going through. Don't be discouraged and don't be afraid to ask for help.
I'm Tina, and I am sober today. Oh, what a difference a year makes. We are masked up. This time last year, we marched, we walked, we celebrated recovery. Arm in arm, hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder, singing, praising, and enjoying life. This year, we have to wear a mask. Can you believe that? We have to cover up the smiling face. But for today, I'm sober. The Ask the Messengers TV show, our mission is to help save lives, one episode at a time. And to each and every one of you who have shared your stories, shared your testimonies, we thank you. We appreciate you. And whoever is watching and listening to me right now, we appreciate you. And we thank you all the same. Oh, what a difference a year makes.
I'm here today with Derek and Charlize. Me and Derek, we was just here last year doing interviews and talking about how good recovery is, and now this year we got to mask up. What you think?
Yeah, that's true, LaShawn. Just thinking back on a year ago, we were out here with several thousand of people. And, for many of us, especially recovering addicts, life is good. You know what I mean? And so now here we are 1 year later, and we come and we see, we first of all, let me thank Ford Motor Company and all the people that are participating in this memorial and what's been done out here on Belle Isle. This is truly a historic moment for the city of Detroit and all the people. And we send our prayers out once again to the families that has been affected by this pandemic. Many people have lost loved ones in this terrible time, and so we just send out our sympathy and condolences to all the families on today. Just remembering back, we were out here interviewing some people on just last year, and we got a lot of great stories about recovery and people improving their lives, and there was a lot of healing taking place at that time. And so to be devastated by something like this is truly a terrible situation.
To see people, and especially in their prime, and they're just laughing, having fun. They got beautiful still pictures. And then to see the ones with their families and husband and wives together. And I am tremendously proud of our city for doing this. I'm proud to make sure that no one gets forgotten of what went on this year in 2020. It's breathtaking.
Yes, and this is really something for people in recovery, because you're talking about a pandemic on top of an epidemic. And we still have to stay focused.
Absolutely.
We can't forget that. See, they may find a cure for the COVID, but they're not going to find a cure for this epidemic.
That's right.
Like you said, they might find a cure for COVID-19, but they're not going to find a cure for recovery. There's not going to be no pill that you could take and all of a sudden you'll be instantly recovered from life and the long struggles that everyone is going through. Recovery is a big thing. Is to recover is the definition, and to recover not just things and material things. We got to recover our mind, body, spirit, soul, everything. And recovery must come first when there is an epidemic or a pandemic going on. We really need to recovery first. Put your big girls on and get out there and do what we got to do.
Yeah, I like to add to that. That I am eternally grateful for guys like Sean and Charlize to be in my life because I know the therapeutic value of one addict helping another. It's a blessing to have a network of people, that can come together and strengthen one another. As we know, it's been said that there's strength in numbers. So I thank you guys for being a part of my life today.
We'll be right back with more of Ask the Messengers.
I'm Artesia Washington, and I'd like to welcome you to Irvine Head Injury, where restoring you to your previous level of functioning is our goal. We offer services such as physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech and language pathology, aquatic therapy, massage therapy, and counseling. An automobile accident is an unfortunate event. If you feel that you or a loved one can benefit from our services, you can be reached at 248-415-2500. We look forward to hearing from you.
I am Eric Sabri, your Wayne County Treasurer, informing you that the Wayne County Treasurer's Office is now again open to the public. To adhere to social distancing guidelines, visits to the office must be by appointment only. To make an appointment, visit the Treasurer's Office website at treasurer.waynecounty.com. And for the safety of everyone, a face covering is required. Even though we are not foreclosing on any properties in 2020, I encourage taxpayers to continue making payments to avoid foreclosure in the future. This can be done online at treasurer.waynecounty.com, by visiting the DivDat kiosk located near you, by using the Wayne County mobile app, by phone, or by mailing payments to the office. If you need to visit our office, you can set up an appointment on our website, where you can also obtain kiosk locations and other valuable information. You can email us at textinfo@waynecounty.com or call us at 313-224-5990 to set up an appointment or for further assistance. We look forward to helping you.
Underage drinking is responsible for more than 4,300 deaths of youth annually. DWIHN, along with its provider partners, strive to educate young people on the deadly dangers of alcohol use and abuse. We teach youth about the dangers of drinking, especially when driving. If you are looking for resources to share with your loved one, give the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network a call, 24/7, 800-241-4949. Here to talk, here to help. More than 2.5 million Americans are addicted to opioids. The addiction is sometimes developed through the improper use of prescription painkillers. Using prescribed medication in ways or amounts not intended by a doctor is very dangerous. So it's important that unused prescriptions are properly disposed of. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, or for more information about prevention, treatment, and recovery services, or how to properly dispose of medication, contact the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network, 24/7, 800-241-4949. Here to talk, here to help.
Ready to take that first step out of addiction into recovery? Call Safe Step today. 734-641-1141.
I made that phone call and begged for help. It was the best thing I ever did.
With Safe Step Communities, you never have to walk alone. Safe Step Communities has several programs just right for you.
It was the best thing I ever did.
What up, though, Detroit? It's your girl, LaShawn, out here at Belle Isle at the Recovery Walk with Bill. Bill, what's your clean date?
I've got 103 days today, and I'm happy. I feel great.
Okay.
A long, long time.
Long time. I know that feeling. So, what was your drug of choice?
Crack.
And how long did you smoke crack?
Probably 20 years.
How did this start for you?
I got in some trouble when I was young, and my buddy just turned me on to it, and I liked it, and I stayed with it. I got off it for a couple of years, but then I got back on, and my mom passed away last year, and I went off the deep end, and then I put myself in a drug rehab at the Lighthouse.
How did you know where to go get help at?
I went to the mental hospital because I went crazy, and they hooked me up with the Lighthouse, and I think that is a problem because a lot of people don't know how to get into recovery. They see it on the TV, but they don't really. It isn't easy for anybody. You call that number and they say, you got money? You say no. They say not for you.
Wow. So you had a point when you say most people don't know how or where to go get help.
Nope. And all the people that I've met at Lighthouse, the counselors say it's easy to get into drug rehab, and all of us say no, it's really not that easy because we don't know where to go, who to call, and then you're right back to using drugs, and then you want to get off it, and then you go right back because it's not easy to get in. Where we're at, they've got 80 people waiting in line to get in there, and they can't take care of all the people. There's so many people out there, and it's good. It's cool.
So, what was your bottom like?
When my mom passed away, I lost my mind. I lost my car, my house, and I gave up.
So now that you're in recovery, you got 100 and something days clean. 103 days clean. What keeps you here?
I just feel so damn good. Darn good, I mean. Yeah, I do. I feel so darn good every day that I haven't had a bad day yet. Haven't had a bad day yet. Haven't been broke since the very first day I got to the lighthouse. And that's a great thing, you know. It's been a long time.
So what are your plans after Lighthouse?
Well, I'm going to get an apartment and then hopefully move into a house. You know, I got a pretty decent job.
What's your plans for your recovery?
I'm just going to keep on keeping on every day, every day, every day. They say one day at a time, and I'm going to do it one day at a time. I don't have no urges to go drink or do anything, and I'm just good. I'm good, and I'm loving it.
So I want you to look in the camera and give some kid out there some hope that's maybe thinking about using.
I would say get into Boy Scouts, get into Girl Scouts, you know. Keep yourself busy, and if you keep yourself busy, you don't have time to go screwing around with this and that and other things, and you'll be a lot happier.
What was your drug of choice?
What do you got? I mean, I did whatever was offered to me.
And how long did you use?
I've been using since I was 13.
And what brought you to the point where you said, look, enough is enough, I got to give me some help?
Well, it was rough for me. I hit the bottom, you know. I was homeless. I don't have much family, and the courts and all that, you know, it's difficult.
When you say you was homeless, what do you mean?
I mean, I had nowhere to go. Nobody wanted to take me in, and I was literally sleeping outside.
And how did you know where to go get help at?
I called Access. I talked to a couple of friends of mine who are in the fellowship, and they guided me in the right direction, said to go to rehab and get your life right.
If you could say something out there to help save somebody that want to use right now for the first time, look in the camera and tell them.
I know you feel like you're alone out here, but that's not true. If you could look around right now, this is a banquet of recovery, and there's a whole bunch of people that are out here trying to help you.
Won't you help us to do exactly what our motto is, and that is to help save lives? Won't you send a generous donation to the information there on the screen? We would love to have you as part of our partnership to help save lives. You may not be able to go out in the street, you may not be able to come here to the show, but you can send your donation that helps us save lives.
And we are here with the Ask the Messengers TV show, letting you know that September is Recovery Month, but life is recovery. And here is proof right here. Derek, Charlize, and LaShawn. One day at a time. One day at a time. Until next time, mask up.